slope of a line. The slope is calculated by using two coordinates, x1, y1, and x2, y2. And m is a slope that is equal y2 minus y1, x2 minus x1, or y1 minus y2, x1 minus x2. As long as you use, the same index. If you use y2 on the top, you use x2 at the bottom. You used y1 on the top, you use x1 at the bottom. You will get the correct answer. So let's see. Question number 1. 2 and 2. And 5 and 8. Okay. So m is equal. This is x1, y1, x2, y2. So m is equal, I'm using y2 minus y1, 8 minus 2, and 5 minus 2. And this is equal, 6 over 3 is equal 2. Question number 2. We have negative 2 and 1, and 3 and 3. Okay, m is equal. This 3, because this is y2, right? y2, x2, y1, x1. Okay, this time let's use y1 minus y2. So it's 1 minus 3 and negative 2 minus 3. We are getting here negative 2 over negative 5, which is going to be 2/5. Question number 3. Okay. We have 6 negative 3 and negative 5, negative 3. Okay, m is equal, I'm using y1 minus y2, negative 3 minus negative 3, and 6 minus negative 5. We are getting 3 plus 3, and 6 plus 1, negative 3 plus 3. So 0 over 11 is 0. M is equal 0. Okay, number 4. Can it happen? M is 0? Absolutely. When? On the horizontal line. When you are driving on the road, the m slope is equal 0. Slope is nothing else but the angle under which you are driving. If you are driving up the hill, the slope is positive. You are driving down the hill, slope is negative. You are driving on the flat road, slope is 0. And a rocket, when it's taking off vertically y with a purpose, because slope is infinity there, the maximum. Okay, now here we have 13 over 6, negative 2, and 3 and negative 10. So m is equal, I'm going to use y2 minus y1, negative 10 minus negative 2, 3 minus 13 over 6. So it's equal negative 10 plus 2, and 13 over 6 is how much? 2 and 1/6, right? 2 times 6 is 12, remainder 1 over 6. So negative 10 plus 2 is negative 8. 3 minus 2 and 1/6 is equal 1. 6 minus 1, 5 is equal 5/6. 6. Yeah. And we have negative 8 divided by 5, 6, and that's equal negative 8 times 6 divided by 5. And we get negative 48 over 5. Question number 5. All right. Y is equal 5x plus 7. We have to find the slope. For the equations of the form y is equal mx plus 7, just like this one we have here, slope is m. So in this case, our slope is going to be equal 5. Okay? And y-intercept, and to find y-intercept, we always have to take x 0. And y-intercept is equal, what, 5 times 0 plus 7, right? So y-intercept is equal 7, which means if we write down in the format of coordinate, because intercept is a coordinate, it's going to be 0 and 7. Okay? Number 6. Two x plus y minus 3 equal 0. Okay. So to find slope, I have to write down in the format how much y is equal, right? If in the format y is equal mx plus b, meaning need to find the y. Solve equation related to y. Y is equal negative 2x plus 3, right? Since I move everything on the other side, it's going to flip the sign. And from here, my m, it's going to be equal negative 2, right? Slope. And y-intercept, when x is equal 0, y-intercept is going to be equal 3, which means y-intercept is 0 and 3. Number 7. I have y is equal negative 4 over 5x minus 3/4. Okay, let me rewrite this 5 nicer. Since we have already in the format of mx plus b, our m here is equal negative 4 over 5, and for y-intercept, if x is equal 0, then y-intercept is equal negative 3/4, right? This available term is our intercept. And from here, coordinate for y-intercept is 0 and negative 3/4. Number 8. We have y is equal negative 5x. So to write down in the format of mx plus b, I can put here 0, right? So from here, m is equal negative 5, and y-intercept, it's going to be 0 when x is equal 0, right? So y-intercept is 0 and 0. Question number 9. Y is equal 1, or I can represent y is equal 0 times x plus 1, right? Which means slope is going to be equal 0, and y-intercept is equal 1. Number 10, 0, 1 here. Number 10. What do we have? We have general form of equation, which is 5x minus 3y is equal to. to be able to identify slope and intercept, you cannot use this format. We need to get form of y is equal x and plus minus whatever. So let's solve it. Negative 3y is equal negative 5x plus 2, dividing by negative 3, negative 3, negative 3. My y is equal positive 5 over 3x and minus 2/3. So from here, m is equal 5 over 3, coefficient of x, and y-intercept is equal this available term, negative 2/3, when x is equal 0. So from here, we are getting 0 and negative 2/3. Okay? Question number 11. Question number 11, m is equal 2/3. b is equal negative 1. So in this case, this b is our y-intercept. So we need to graph the line using slope and intercept. How we are going to graph the line? Very easy. We are going to start graphing with intercept. So b is equal negative 1, and since b is our y-intercept, so I'm taking, let's say, two cells, it's going to be 2 at negative 1. And then from here, my m is my slope. So when we have slope, let me write down here, if slope is equal 2/3 on the graph, that's mean 2 is running, the number in numerator running vertically up or down. So if positive goes up, if it's negative goes down. And the 3 is running horizontally. Okay? Now, if you have, let's say, negative 2/3, you can take either the 2 negative over 3, or you can take 2 over negative 3. Doesn't matter at all. Okay? So we have negative 1. Now I have to graph 2. So I'm going from this 1. I'm going by 1 and 2. This is 1, and then this is 2. This is positive 1. 1 and 2. And then from here, I have to move horizontally by positive 3. 1, 2, 3. I'm coming right here. So those are my 2 points. One is your intercept, and the other point will give you your slope. So the graph is going to look like this. Question number 11. We have, this is question number 12. M is equal negative 3/4, and B is equal negative 2. Okay, so B is our intercept, y-intercept, right? So which means I'm graphing so B is equal negative 2, 1 and 2. 1 point is our intercept. Second point is going to build via the slope, negative 3/4. I'm taking 4 negative because I don't want to go down by 3. So I'm going to up by 3. This is 1 and 2. It's going to be 1, 2, and 3, right? I came to 1. Positive 1, and then by 4, 1, 2, 3, and 4, right? Negative 4. So if I come here, this is going to be my second point. and my graph is gonna be okay, this is my graph. Number 13, we have m is equal 6 over 7. Oops. M is equal 6 over 7. And, oh, it's equation. Great. Y is equal 6 over 7x minus 1. Okay, we need to graph it. Very easy. So intercept is going to be -1, right? Y-intercept is -1, and slope m is 6 over 7. So -1, I'm using 2 cells for 1. This is +1, this is +2, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, let's see. And 7. Okay, great. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, let's see. So 6 over 7, from -1, I'm going up by 6. So it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 2 more. It's going to be 6. 5 and 6. But should be, from -1 should be 5. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Did I count wrong? Yeah, I count here wrong. Because I'm doing 6 and my -1 is going to be 5. So I should end up at 5. This is 5, and this was 4. Okay. And from here, I'm going by 7 horizontally. Second point. This is first point and second point, and the graph, it's gonna look like this. All right, number 14. Question number 14, we have y plus 2x is equal 3. Y is equal -2x plus 3. Y-intercept is 3. M is equal -2, right? So the graph is gonna look like we start with intercept, so 1, 2, 3. This is first point, and m is -2. -2 meaning -2 over 1, which means I'm going from there down by 2, 1 and 1, so it came down to 1, and go to +1 there. So my graph is gonna be like this. Number 15. Y is equal -5x. That means I can write down -5x and +0, right, for intercept. So y-intercept is 0, right, when x is equal 0. And slope m is equal -5. Okay, if I build the graph, I'm going to take it this high. because I have to go to negative 5. So my intercept is 0, right? 0, 0. Okay, and I'm going down by 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Negative 5, because I have negative 5, that means denominator is 1, right? And I'm coming by positive 1 denominator. There we go. And this is my graph. Okay, number 16. What do we have? Number 16. By the way, pay attention. Look, when slope is negative, look here, it's negative, here is negative, and everywhere you see slope is negative, the graph is decreasing, see, going down. And here we have slope is positive, the graph is rising, right? Just like I was telling you, down the hill, up the hill. Going back here, what do we have here? M is equal to third, which is positive, right? So graph is going up. Question number 16. A line of slope is of negative 3 over 2. Slope is equal negative 3 over 2. So find the slope for the parallel line. So for parallel line, when lines are parallel, that means they go under same angle, which means same angle has to be there, meaning same slope. In this case, I had to draw down because slope is negative, but that's okay. I was explaining the concept. Perpendicular, you have to use reciprocal and flip the sign. For perpendicular 1, m is going to be equal 2/3 and flipping sign also positive. Okay? For perpendicular 1. Number 17. What do we have? We have slope m that is equal 9. So for parallel, I'll do this. It's parallel. It's going to be equal, if you flip 9 over 1, it's going to be 1 over 9, right? And for m perpendicular, it's going to be negative 1 over 9, right? Because we are flipping and using the opposite sign. And lastly, number 18, we have y is equal 6 over 7x plus 5. The slope of the line that is going to be parallel to this line, obviously this line is going to rise because it's going to rise because the slope is positive. So therefore, the slope for parallel is going to be also 6 over 7. And the slope for perpendicular line is going to be flipping 7 over 6 and sign opposite also. Okie dokie, I'm done.